the conversation about Jamie Drysdale on the power play.
I didn't want to argue with Charlie while he was on television.
Yeah, it's
because I don't think he answered the question that you were asking.
Yeah, it's not so much about now, because I'm not fine with it. It annoys me when the power play is no good, but honestly, It's been 4 years, so what are you gonna do?
Right.
But the question we got was from I just brought it up here. This show's going great.
I think it's
Maxeltoff on Twitter. He says, is making Drysdale the quarterback on the power play just forcing a square peg in a round hole? It doesn't look great, and he's not exactly dynamic. Now, when I started thinking of square peg in a round hole, I started thinking, what does Jamie Drysdale, or what do I think he'll do well at this level once his full game comes around? And I don't want to compare him to like Erik Karlsson, because like Erik Karlsson's going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of, if not the most accomplished defenseman of this generation. He's one of them. He's freaking awesome. But watching Drysdale, I see a little bit of Karlsson in that he's more of a transition player with his skating, with some of the outlet passes I've seen him throw.
Yeah,
more of a time and space from the back end, finding a guy down the ice or creating a rush with his speed. And that's what we saw so much out of Karlsson. Karlsson's averaged over 70 points, a 70-point pace from age 23 to 32.
That's wild.
He did have some power play success.
Yeah.
Not like he was bad on the power play, but it's not like he was Mike Green, a guy, Brent Burns, just like feasting on the power play. The way some of these offensive defensemen do, the way Shane Gostisbehere did when he was here. It was just set him up with a 1T, and it's you're getting something. You're getting a goal, or you're getting a scrum in front, something. Right. Maybe that's not who Drysdale is.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's more of a transition defenseman who at 5-on-5 creates the plays, creates the long passes, beats you with his skating, creates a rush with his speed. But maybe he's not bombing away from the point. Maybe playing point guard up there and making those decisions. Yeah. Do I pass or shoot? Maybe that's just not who he is. And Emil Andre looks a little more adept at it. Now, I'm fine with force-feeding him the time, like Charlie said, because, hey, man, we need to make him into something. And if he can be a guy who turns into a power play weapon, that's something.
That would be good if he could, yes.
That's good. But right now, I don't know if that's who he is.
No, I would like to see you and Charlie have this conversation on a regular show, because I think it's worth having, because I think that you have a point that, like, it's not about giving up on Drysdale's development. It's about, like, are we developing him into the best version of himself?
Maybe that's not the best version of him.
Or are we trying to make him a power play quarterback? Like, which of those things are we trying to do? It should be the best version of himself, and maybe it's not power play quarterback, because I feel like one of the knocks on Drysdale that I read all the time is about the hockey IQ, that he's not great at making quick decisions with the puck. And that's kind of what a power play quarterback needs to do. So, like, maybe he definitely has the physical tools for that job, but maybe he doesn't have the complete package for that job. So it might be worthwhile to think about finding another direction for him.
Because you are also developing Emil Andre.
Right, exactly. And and that's the other thing. Like, we don't have to pretend that Emil Andre is, on the whole, as good as Jamie Drysdale, and that's why he should replace him on Power Play 1. Like, Emil Andre's specific skill set that he has,
maybe it's just more
seems to be suited for a power play. And so, like, I just kind of think that, like, it doesn't need to be your best defenseman as your Power Play 1 guy. Like, the power play needs to be a very, like, surgical and specific unit of players that work well together to do this one specific thing. And it doesn't seem like Jamie Drysdale is that guy.
Yeah, I'm just not sure exactly what kind of player he's going to be yet, and it's going to be a whole redevelopment process. They've told us time and time again, like, we're basically teaching him to play hockey. Pretty decent career already for a guy who doesn't know how to play hockey. You know, like, he's if they can do that and power play is part of it, cool.
Yeah, cool.
But maybe it won't be. So it's just,
and it doesn't need to be for him to be successful.
Not everyone has to be that guy. Like, yes, Ivan Provorov was for a time the Flyers' best 5-on-5 defenseman, and a lot of times power play time is a reward for 5-on-5.
Right.
But if a guy is actively not great at it and someone is better, you need to make those decisions. Exactly. But we'll see. We
got time.
There's 60 games left, 70 games left.
Oh, God.
I'm great at math.
There's 70 games
left. 70 games left.
Oh, boy.
We all silly like the mayor.